Andy, as we can see behind you, there's something quite interesting going on the square. Could you please just try and inform us of what's going on behind you?
Yeah, well, it's really exciting times at Leicestershire. Sysgrass have brought their machine over from the Netherlands yesterday to install us 4 hybrid pitches on our square. So I'm having 2, what I would say, first-class pitches installed, and 2 what I would call for other cricket, corporate, second team, etc. A hybrid pitch is, each pitch is stitched with thousands of synthetic fibres, if I get the word out. It's approximately 180,000 fibres per pitch. They go to a depth of 9 centimetres below the surface, and I've gone for 6 millimetres of fibre above the surface.
And I believe it's 95% natural grass and 5% synthetic going into the ground as well.
Yes, it is only 5% synthetic, but it increases the durability of the pitch, would be massively increased.
Obviously, implementing hybrid wickets down here at Grace Road is quite a significant moment in the club's history, and now it sets us on literally a level playing field with most, if not all, other first-class counties.
Yes, it does. We are, believe it or not, with now the 15th county to have either their net blocks or their squares have hybrid pitches installed in them. So, yeah, we're getting there. It's good times, yeah.
How will, as head groundsman here at Grace Road, how will it affect your life? Will it make it easier, or do you think it will make it harder in the long run?
Well, from the feedback from all the other counties have been really promising with these hybrid pitches. The demands of cricket on a cricket square nowadays is always increasing. So if I can get any pitch which will last longer, which the hybrid pitches will do, the durable, less wear and tear on the ends of the bowlers, footholes, etc. So that should make my life easier. Always learning, so I've never prepped a hybrid pitch before, so that'll be interesting. I shall have a practice on one of the other 2 pitches before I prepare a first team pitch.
And of course, there's a very possible chance that it will have an impact on the cricket played here as well. Obviously, Grace Road is quite well known for it not being able to spin. Will it affect that in any particular way, or just the seam options?
No, it because you can only use hybrid pitches for 1-day cricket, we cannot use them for 4-day cricket. Spin is not, it won't help the ball spin. It'll probably, to put Parky off, it'll probably turn even less. But it's all positive. Good pitches, good hybrid pitches, and I'm hoping the ball will, because I've got an old square here. Well, the majority of my square is quite old. It should help the ball zip through a bit quicker. Hopefully come off the bat a bit quicker. Not good for the bowlers, but the batters should like it.
And of course, you said earlier that 4 are being laid throughout this process with a view to perhaps a few more in the future. Yeah,
we're hoping to get 2 more done next season. Obviously, we've got to be quite careful because, as I say, we cannot use them for 4-day cricket. So I cannot do too many of my what I call my first-class pitches. So maybe I should do 1 more first-class pitch next year, or first-team pitch next year, and then 1 towards the edge of the square for other cricket.
Paul, it's a historic day down here at the Uptonsteel County Ground in the history of Leicestershire County Cricket Club. Behind you, there are some hybrid pitches being laid out in the square. Just how significant a moment is that for the club?
Yeah, this is huge. Huge for us as professionals to play on hybrid pitches. Many counties around the country have got hybrid pitches in now. We were learning on the job beforehand about what the surface, what we were dealing with. Now we can prepare well. It really helps our game, especially white ball cricket. So many games now are being played on hybrid pitches around the country. It helps groundsmen out so much. The amount of cricket that's played now from first class level, we want to practice on the square as often as we can. That's the best form of practice we can get. Second team players want to play on there as well. There's the academies are desperate to try and get a game on the square, and try and improve their game and know what it's about playing at Grace Road and the Upton County Ground and Uptonsteel County Ground. So for Andy and the ground staff, it just helps them so much. That all these pitches can be played on for so many more hours than a normal cricket wicket can take. So in the ends, you can see the ends at the end of a session are very worn out with the bowlers' footholds and the amount of action they get on there. this keeps it all together. You know, you can rather than 10 or 15 hours on a pitch, these can do, you know, days and days and days. 10 days on a pitch. These can do, you know, weeks on a pitch. So it's going to really take the pressure off the ground staff, and for us to get quality practice is everything.
And of course, obviously you just alluded to it there about the bowler's action and also the batsman as well. How will it actually benefit playing on this, getting used to the surface and not being sort of presented with the opportunity one-off as we have been in the past against the likes of Durham and Lancashire? Having the experience there, how crucial is that?
Yeah, massive. You know, it's almost a sort of a mid-range between the artificials indoors in the winter's preparation that you have, and then you come outside. You know, our nets we're very lucky that our nets are quite quick and bouncy as well, so that gives us this sort of similar area as it is to the hybrid pitches. They've got a little bit more zip. In the evenings they seem to skid on a little bit more quickly than a normal grass surface. There's a little bit more bounce as well, so it's a little bit more just a little bit more like indoors and in our nets. But again, you know, we'll get some out here, we'll get some more in the nets inside our nets as well in the future, so we can just really consistently bat on them, and you know, you get used to the different heights and the different pace of the ball, and you know, the more we can do that in practice, it's just a formality in the middle.
Of course, they're not actually available for the first class 4-day game, but they are available for the 1-day game. So another aspect for you to take into account for your match preparation heading into white ball fixtures.
Yeah, definitely. We'll try and get on these as often as we can. It'll take, you know, sort of 9 to 12 weeks just to bed in and get settled. I think that's really important that we'll look after them well to start with, and then hopefully, you know, we've got them now for a few years, and we'll keep trying to add to them. And you know, white ball cricket's a batsman's game generally, and you know, I think the batsmen will enjoy these pitches moving forward. You know, the balls haven't got much seams on the white ball kookaburras, so I think moving forward, you know, it's going to be much bigger scores, consistent scores on hybrid pitches than you know, the T20 games that we've played on them so far. There've been some high scoring games, especially Old Trafford 190s, I remember, and we were very close to chasing them. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting future for white ball cricket.
And as a result of the durability of the pitches themselves, obviously it opens up new opportunities for the club in a commercial sort of corporate sense as well. So it will benefit the club off the pitch as much as it will on it as well.
Yeah, very much so. It's something that we're looking for, you know, to get a lot more corporate cricket down here, especially at the end of the season. You know, everybody wants to come and play at Grace Road, and they watch it on TV and they come down and support here. But you know, get some commercial fixtures down there. It'd be quite good fun. And you know, again, for the ground staff, they're in at 6 in the morning. They're out at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night with the T20s, the late nights. But you know, it's just going to help everybody in the club. You know, if this can help get some revenue back into the club as well, then it's a win-win situation.